hear the sound of time, stories weaving words that climb, whispered tales in a cozy nook. Welcome to the magic of every book. Bookshelf Babble, take the stage, turn the chapter, fill the page. Laughter, wisdom, stories to spare, a podcast world where books are everywhere. From paperbacks to leather spines, mysteries, thrillers, and classic lines. Stories crackle, voices ring, dive on in, it's a podcast thing. Adventures waiting, just one word.
Hey, hello, you're welcome in Bookshelf Babble live session. Here we talk about books and all related topics. It's some kind of cozy place where I talk about books and where you can talk your opinion about books and about your current reading. Okay, new day, new talk, new books, and all of these in this live session. Okay, let's go to main platform where we talk about books. As you know, I'm streaming and I use HelloTalk application for this live session. If you're not familiar, it's a platform where people learn English and other languages, and I like it because very simply you can create voice room and people around the world possible join and talk about any topic what you want. But in our case, I create the voice room that has name What Book Are You Reading. It's just like to my common name of this voice room. Okay, let's start. And to be ready to get people here, I just want to mention here and notice that I'm streaming this session. I just need some text. Okay, and again some kind of light problems. I cannot copy text here. It's some word. Okay. Yeah, now it's work. Yeah, I passed it and just wait when someone join to us to talk about books. Okay, when we wait, I just add some moments. If you listen this or watch this session on Twitch or YouTube, will be free to write your comments, question, or edit now, just feedback, because get the feedback is so very important for me as a host of this live session. But first I want to it's interesting for me to know what book are you reading in current moment. Yeah, just okay, I maybe just do one small thing. I just restart voice room. I just restart voice room to check how it's work. Yeah, I just restarted the voice room because I'm not sure, and one lad tell me about if you restart, it's more people just see your voice room. I'm not sure. I just do this and check how it's going on. Okay, and we wait. We wait when someone join. Okay, and this time I maybe just tell some word about my current reading status. As I said before, I'm still reading Ursula Le Guin's The Earthsea series of books. It's fantasy. It's some classic fantasy, and just like to I'm reading the first book, and the same time I just and started to read books Moroccan author for Bread Alone. Yeah, I just read several pages. Yeah, it's my current reading status. But it will be nice if you share your reading status here in chat. Yeah, just write what book are you reading and in current moment. Okay, we wait when someone join. And also, if you watch on Twitch or YouTube, don't forget to subscribe and follow and write there some comments. Yeah, because it's all very important. Okay, let's go to talk. Hey, hello, you're welcome.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, thanks. What about you?
I'm also well. Where are you from? Like which country?
I'm from Belarus, but in current moment I'm living in Sweden.
Sweden. Nice.
Yeah, and first, yeah, and first question I like to ask: what book are you reading in current moment? Can you share with us?
Could you ask me again? Like I couldn't get you.
Yeah, it's question like to name of this voice room. What book are you reading?
Oh, what book are you reading? Nice question. And now I'm just reading about mathematics book.
Okay, sorry, some problem with your later voice. Can you repeat?
Mathematics books, and that book's name is what's that called? Linear algebra.
Okay, it's some kind of university book.
Yeah.
Okay, I see your point. Yeah, when you studied, some very important to read some.
Yeah, and group theory.
Yeah.
Group theory.
Sorry.
Linear algebra and group theory. Like there is two parts of that book, and like both are different, but there is a correlation between both of subjects. So both are math.
Yeah, I see this point. I just like to, when you mentioned this book, I just remind my university, like to days when I have the course like to high mathematics. It's just like to review course for like to biological student who study biology, but it's occupied like to one semester, and we have like to exam on end of the course, and it was a really hard exam, I remember. Yeah.
Amazing. Biology subject is also some good subject. Like biology subject is amazing subject. I also like the biology sometimes. I have studied biology up to high school.
Yeah, in high school it's very often biology is some very interesting because a lot of like interesting topics, and you just like to do some kind of fun experiment. But when you study, when you study biology in university, it's like more deep, and it's more like to mass. You should be learn a lot of like terms, definitions, and like to see on this subject as a science. It's not so fun as in school, I think.
Yeah, I have done my higher secondary education in biology. After that, I took PCMC.
Yeah, you totally silent. I not heard last words.
Yeah. So, like, you want to talk about a book. So, which book is the best book you have ever had?
I think it's some complicated to find the one's best book, because a lot of book is some very nice and it's the best in some specific aspect. One book I can mention what inspired me last 2 years. It was Atomic Habits. I just typed name Atomic Habits.
Atomic Habits.
Yeah, I just type name here in chat. Atomic Habits. It's some kind of self-growth and show some basic principle about habits.
Does it talk about atoms? Does it talk about atoms, like how atoms like work?
No. It's not about like to physics. It's about general about habits. Atomic is just some kind of some like to single unit. It's like a small piece of habits. And this book about habits, not about physics.
I got now, but I was thinking about physics, like there's the atomic chapter, so
yeah, it's
thinking.
It's very fun. your point of view on this book, like to about habits of atoms. Yeah.
Habits of atoms.
I just find the author of this book. Just a second. And it's a very nice book. As it contains a lot of like interesting information, but I found one very important moments what I try to use now. And habits is very powerful. And if you want to reach some big goals, you just schedule some habits and try to follow these habits and during the long period of time.
But actually, brother, since my childhood, I couldn't follow any habits. Like, I can't follow any rules, regulation in my life. So I don't know why I can't follow. I have tried, but I couldn't get success. But
yeah.
Like that's why I don't like to follow. Still now I couldn't make any routine or regulation which I can follow. Just randomly I do all the things, whatever I like to do.
Yeah, and this book is covered this case because you try to do some kind of habits, but maybe it's look like to some boring and you're not interested in this, or maybe you try to do a lot of stuff in just some small habits.
I was interesting, but I couldn't follow. Like that was became so much hard for me to do that regularly.
Yeah, in this case you should be maybe slightly adjust your behavior, not like to start the whole habits from one time, maybe just some simple action and do, for example, 5 minutes, and maybe it's 5 minutes not so hard to do. For example, if you want to read like a book and every day 30 minutes, it's maybe not like a reason to start read every day by 30 minutes, just maybe read like 2 minutes, but every day. I think it's more simple. But after increase in 5 minutes and 10 minutes, and you can find some good progress. Yeah, and they suggest some additional tricks to establish good habits. You just to make the habits is simple and in some kind of desire. For example, when you read, you just after reading you get some some rewards. Maybe you go to lunch. Another thing in this composition, two things happen in the same in one after another follow, and your organism ready to I read the pages, and after this I go to lunch. It's mean it's I will do this.
are you a student or job holder or what are you doing?
No, I'm now in current moment. I'm like I think it's some kind of I can use word adult. And yeah, I have like kids, family, and all another responsibility. Yeah.
So, what's your job? I couldn't get you. Could you repeat again?
Sorry, can you repeat your question?
I'm asking, what's your job? What do you do as a profession?
Yeah, I'm working as software developer. Develop mobile
Oh,
application.
software.
Yeah,
I got now. Software developer.
yeah, exactly.
Are you married person?
Sorry?
Are you married?
Yeah, I'm married. I have 2 children, and yeah, I think
Nice.
I think like ordinary old life with all bunch of responsibility, family, kids, job, hobby.
Yeah.
But what about you? Can you tell some words about your experience in your life?
No, I'm not married. I'm still not single, and I wanna marry. I wanna marry. Are you? Are you Muslim?
No, I'm Christian.
Christian? Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah, you're
Hey,
welcome.
you also can say that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I know, but I just, yeah.
Same. I'm Muslim.
Yeah. I have I have another question. But I'm not sure from which country you are now. But question it sounds like this: can you suggest one book about your country?
On book about my country.
Yeah, exactly.
You are interested in what? Regarding that, I will describe you on a book.
Yeah, because I like books that are related for specific to country. For example, I read the book that has name Fever. It's some kind of post-apocalyptic book, show how people survive in after that pandemic. But interesting point of this book, it's action happen in South Africa. Yeah, and I very enjoy read this book because a lot of cultural aspect about South Africa, cities, places, nature describe. Can you suggest something similar, one book about where action happen in your country, or maybe main character from your country?
Yeah, but I can name some topic like a contribution of India in science, modern science or any science. But I can't name the author. Like some people wrote, so you can read that. You can know about Indian people, like Indian people who evolved the concept of the zero. You know?
Yeah, some basic information.
Yeah, and Indian people they first time discover that even plant also has life. Like they also respond.
Okay.
So that scientist name is Jagadish Chandra Bosu.
Okay, can you type name here?
First time, Jagadish Chandra Bosu, I think. And yeah, I'll type, and I wanna tell more about India. Like in India, that so many kings were before the Britishers. Like Britishers rule India over 190 years. About to 200 years they rule the India. Then now it's a like democratic country. It's not ruled by king or any queen. It's democratic. Did you get?
Yeah, I see your point.
And before Britishers, that wasn't like this country were ruled by Muslims. Muslim king, queen. Muslim king used to rule the India. Like you might have heard the name of Aurangzeb.
No, I didn't heard about this before.
Aurangzeb. You can search on the Google. Aurangzeb. And so many kings were there in India before Britishers came, means English. They also ruled the India. Now we are independent. Like no one can rule us on us.
Okay. I just thank for this suggestion. I just noticed I have two books like link it to India. One of them I have in my bookshelf. This book has name Reimagine India.
Invention of India. Invention. Contribution, you also can write contribution of India.
Yeah, I just want to mention several books about what I have. One book I have like to reimagine India. It's some kind of non-fiction book. It just contains some articles about history and current status of India and like a perspective for next generation. And they marked like India has very good potential to be a next superpower in Asia and after China. Do you have this feeling too?
Yeah.
Do you have some like I don't know, do you see some kind of progress how your country developed in past 10 years and you see some kind of
not past 10 years, I can say in last past 10 years we dug, like we are getting backward. We're going like we can't develop our country that much, but before 10 years we were developing. But we have a on government, that government always do religious war. Like by doing this, they wanna take the seats, means they wanna save their seats, their their regime. But everyone knows that everything's cost is going so high and it's become so costly. So because of that, we need to kick this government and we need to take next government. Our government is not good. He always do politics with religion by taking the name of religion, only religious political they do.
Okay, I see this point. Okay, I have one additional book what I mentioned. This book suggests me one guy from India who participated in this voice room too. Maybe you heard. This book has name "To State the Story of My Marriage." Yeah, I type name of the book here. To State the Story of Marriage. Maybe you heard about this book.
To state the story of my. No, I haven't heard. Maybe it's a storybook.
It's some kind of novel about like to love and love before between two boys and girls from different state. Maybe they has the different like to status or position in community. Yeah, some kind of classical love story, but in Indian context.
Yeah, you're right. It's like you can see that there's written marriage, my marriage, like two stages. The story of my marriage means I think this book is written about before marriage and after marriage. There's a two stage, so that maybe that writer or author is talking about marriage. Like we have a coin. Coin means that a coin means a type of money which has two sides, head and tail. So the one coin has two sides. So like this way the marriage also has two sides. Maybe he is talking about like good life partner, bad life partner, or like how you can handle the wife. Maybe I don't know. I didn't study. Just I'm guessing.
Yeah, thanks for this sharing.
Did you read that or just?
No, it's just mentioned this book, and I added to my reading list because I like this book about different countries. Yeah, maybe when I have free time, I just will read this book.
How much you can read? Like, do you read the whole day, or how much you can read?
And I don't have a lot of time to read whole days. I try to read every day. To be honest, not every day I have the time to do this. For example, today is some very busy day. I just go to bed after this session. Yeah, but sometimes I'm read like to just 30 minutes. I try to read just 30 minutes every day, but I try to do this consequently and on a regular basis. Yeah, I not like to read lovers who read a lot of books during some short period of time, but I just like to read and talk about book.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, as I mentioned before, to talk here, it's some kind of my hobby and my habit. I try to do this regularly, but my time is left for today and just try to be here like 30 minutes. Yeah, I am planning to leave, and I want to tell thank you for your time, for nice conversation.
You are going to sleep?
Yeah, I just like to wrap up and go to bathroom and go to sleep because it's around 12.
Have a good day. Bye.
Yeah, thank you for your time too, and it was nice conversation, and just join next time. Okay. Hello. You're welcome here too, but I just should be wrap up for today. Sorry, and not speak more. I can just maybe mention here. I decided to start a slightly different project. I mentioned before I start Bookshelf Babble podcast, and I try to experiment with voice generation, with some kind of AI tools, but I not feel some very comfortable with this. And in Monday I just start a slightly new project that has name Stockholm Dev Weekly, and I start this podcast in Spotify just only now. And this idea of Spotify, this idea of podcast, I just collect some interesting developer events in Stockholm and present information about these events in shortly to notice people about like upcoming events. Yeah, if you're interested, just find in Spotify by this name and follow. And I try to be and do this regularly, this podcast by my voice, if you want to listen some kind of podcast. Yeah, it's just first episode, and I try to not give up and continue. I started several months ago some kind of newsletter about developer events in Stockholm on LinkedIn. And I try to do this some on regular basis. Every week I just post some list of upcoming events, and this podcast is just some kind of extension of this newsletter. But I'm planning to do slightly more bigger, and maybe added some kind of interviews with another developers in part of this podcast. Yeah, and just like to some small updates from my side. Just find and listen. I maybe mention about this in next time too. Yeah, now I just try to prepare the script for next episode. Yeah, it's shortly about like what happened in past several days, and also I continue read Ursula Le Guin the RC series of book. Okay, yeah, I should be wrap up. Thanks for joining this voice room too, and I just mentioned for people who watch this session on Twitch or on YouTube, don't forget subscribe, put the like, or just write the comment. Yeah, it's really like to motivate to do this session in future. Okay, it's time to wrap. Thanks for your time. See you next time here in Bookshelf live session. Goodbye.
Hear the sound of time, stories weaving words that climb, whispered tales in a cozy nook. Welcome to the magic of every book. Bookshelf Babble, take the stage, turn the chapter, fill the page. Laughter, wisdom, stories to spare, a podcast world where books are everywhere.